Hey guys, welcome to your grammar workout course. All the fundamentals of English grammar in the time of a workout. It will be more grammar than workout, but don't worry. We're going to see all the fundamentals. This first video, it's a very simple thing, but it's fundamental. It's the first grammar I want to show you. It's about a simple system of the verbs in English. A lot of students have problems with it. So let's see the first video. English has two kinds of verbs. Now, this is a very simple idea. One kind of verbs are the modal verbs, or be verbs, and other verbs are do verbs that use the verb, auxiliary verb, do. Now, let me explain that a little better. There are two fundamental differences between the two kinds of verbs. The negative in verbs and questions, about how we form negative and how we form questions. With the negative, we can do it in two ways. We can do it with just the word not, or we can use the auxiliary verb do. Now, this is the fundamental part, okay? Here, for example, we have some simple verbs, simple examples. I am not. I can not. I will not. And here, for example, we have I don't know, she doesn't know, you didn't have it, right? So on one side, we have the word not. On the other side, we have the auxiliary verb do. So how do we know the difference? So we have one side is the be verbs. Now, this is my name to put be verbs, but really the official grammar name is the modal verbs about will, can, must, etc. And then 90% of all of the verbs are the do verbs because they use the verb, auxiliary verb to do. Now, the be verbs don't change in the negative. They will always just use the word not, right? I am not, I'm not with the contraction. We cannot, we can't. But it's always the word not. Now, with the do verbs, we use I, you, we, they, right? As in I, you, we, they, the for. In the negative, we use don't. So don't for I, you, we, they. Here, for example, I have, you have, we have, they have. I don't have, you don't have, we don't have, they don't have, etc. Right? Now, again, the be verbs don't change. And the do verbs that when they use for he and she, they use doesn't. Okay? As in, he starts, she starts, it starts, she doesn't start, no S, he doesn't start, it doesn't start. So the be verbs are always the same, always the word not. And the good news is we don't have a lot of them. In fact, here it's almost all of them. To be able, which is the infinitive of can, there's must, will, should, could, would, might, may. There's not a lot. So the basic system is not difficult to learn. Here, for example, you can see in every case, you are, you can, you must, you will. It's all, the negative is all just the word not. You cannot, you are not, you will not, you must not. It's a simple system to remember in the negative. Now, where a lot of students have problems is in these kind of sentences. Now, we've got one kind of sentence about happening now, and another one about like a routine or fact. For example, you are going there now, it's happening now, and you go there every day. If you think about the difference in meaning, you are going there now in this moment, it's happening now, and then you go there every day is more routine, right? Or a fact, happens every day. But when you look at the negative, where a lot of students have problems is that the verb to be and verb and ing is happening now. A lot of students have confusion because the not, don't, doesn't, didn't is all usually one word in other languages. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? For example, you are not going there now. But when you're talking about routine or fact, this is when we use don't. You don't go there every day. Here are just some simple examples of an error, right? The correct sentence is you don't go there every day. But a little normal mistake would be you not go there. Because the same word for don't, the negative, is usually just like no or not in a different language. Okay, so let's remember, with the modal verbs, you will always use the word not in the negative. In the do verbs with I, you, we, they, it will be don't. He, she, it will be doesn't. Simple, okay? All right, guys. I'll see you in part 2 of this video, where I'm going to talk to you about English has 2 kinds of verbs and the second difference, which is the difference in questions. All right? See you there, guys.